What is something that women have to deal with on the daily that men have no clue about? 1. My husband loves being outdoors. If he could, he'd spend his whole life up a mountain. One day he and his walking partner met two women on a walk into a climb. They were obviously planning to camp while husband and his friend were just out for the day, and they got chatting about what the various plans were and what they each hoped to cover. As they got ready to go their separate ways, one of the men asked the women where they were planning to camp and what the route for the rest of the day was. The women clammed up and were uncomfortable sharing that information. My husband came home very confused and a bit offended after having such a nice conversation that these women suddenly changed and became seemingly rude. I told him that I wouldn't have told an unknown man where I planned to sleep either, and it was ridiculous of him and his partner to expect the women to give up that information. Lessons were learned that day. 2. When I rode the bus regularly, I never thought twice about sleeping on it. Mentioned it to a female friend and she was all, "You do what now?" 3. I'm a male teacher. A good one, but probably a few steps from being a great one. The amount of times that parents and administrators will listen to me over my women colleagues is ridiculous. Friends, I'm just some jagoff that just wants your kid to listen and succeed. So does she. 4. I had a boss who mentioned he liked to ask people curveball interview questions to see how they respond. One of the questions was, "What's the first thing you do when you get in your car?" I said, "Lock the doors." He looked confused and asked why. I was taught that from a young age. And there have been 2 occasions when a stranger male has tugged at my locked car door. He was shocked. Must be nice. 5. Men ogling, cat-calling, if king you, and making sexual comments. Starts from about 10 to 12 years old, and it's usually middle-aged married men. That was the age I started seeing them start with my daughter too.